Hey guys, how you doing? Dave here. Once again, a special welcome back to Cook and Share. I love chicken and I love creamy dishes, so I decided to put together this cream herb chicken. It's earthy, it's savory, not to mention incredibly delicious. You can do it in 30 minutes. Let me walk you through this and let's get started. Okay, to kick things off here, guys, what I got are my spices. So I've got a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of parsley, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of pepper. Really easy to remember, all ones. Then I'm going to mix these all up, just like me. I'm mixed up too. Next up, what I got here are 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've cut in half. And I'm going to add half the spices to one side. Well, it's going to be half on one side, half on the other, and I'm going to keep half for the sauce. Then I'm just going to kind of pat them down so I get the spices evenly distributed. And the chicken says, "Oh, I like that." And flip them over. Same for the other side. Now I'm going to add a good knob of butter to a preheated pan and let this melt down. A bit of olive oil in, and this is going to stop the butter from burning. Next up, put the chicken in, and we're going to fry this on both sides just until it's not pink anymore. And this will just take a few minutes. And of course, after a few minutes, we'll just give them a flip over to the other side. Now they're nicely browned. Okay, now the chicken is nicely browned and no longer pink. I'm just going to set this aside on a plate. Now in the same pan, and you don't want to do anything here, you got all those great flavors happening. I'm going to add in a bit more oil. A tablespoon of minced garlic. And I'm just going to stir this around until that wonderful aroma fills the air. And you just want to do this for a couple of seconds. After that, the rest of the spices we mixed up. And half a cup of mixed veggies. And give this a stir. Now things are looking and smelling good. I'm going to add in a cup of milk. You can use half and half or cream if you like. And I'm just going to bring this to a boil. After a boil, I'm going to grab up some cornstarch. And this is a tablespoon of cornstarch. And I'll dilute this in a tablespoon of water. So we'll go ahead and add the cornstarch in. And allow this to boil until it thickens up nicely. After it's thickened up, I'm going to add the chicken back in. Guys, this smells so good. And I'm going to give this a little turn just to make sure it's coated on both sides. And reduce the heat and allow it to simmer for a few minutes just until the chicken heats through. Of course, we're going to spoon some of that ever so delicious sauce over the top while it's simmering. And after a few minutes, it's thickened up nicely and the chicken is heated through. So I'm just going to turn off the heat and plate this up. Lastly, pour some more of that yummy sauce over the top of the chicken. Garnish this up with some parsley. And it's time to chow down. You can serve this up with some mashed potatoes, rice, whatever you like. And like I said, the great thing is you can do this in about 30 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and cut into this and see what we've got. This looks and smells so good. Guys, this is so good. You get that initial punch of herbs, the creaminess. It is fantastic. You got to make this. For this recipe and many more great recipes, head on over to cookandshare.com. All kinds of great stuff over there. Thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, and see you next time.